Ebyala kutsibu tukatangira omushakulu. Ebyala tube.
Abantu ba Kasese Bobukire Masinje, Vice Chairperson Western Uganda NRM,
at Vice Chairman wetu NRM Western Uganda,
all the other leaders,
abalemi abandi abosi,
and the people of Kasese.
Nabandu abosi abe Kasese.
I have come here with other leaders from Kampala to present to you a summary of the manifesto of NRM from 2026 to 2031. In that manifesto, we point out what the NRM has done in the last 40 years. And we point out that NRM has put 7 matofali on the House of Uganda in the last 40 years.
Mukakanganibawa in the government NRM yamabihiraho amatafale musanjo okobuhimbe obwerihanga lyetu lye Uganda.
Matafali meaning contribution.
Amatafali chikamanyisaya eriongerako kuti erihirako.
The Nyankore word would be omuganda.
Echo mwali nyongore si checho. Enganda eya NRM yamahiro kwa Uganda.
The Muganda was the traditional bunch of
grass, of spear grass.
Not grass, but Emiganda, the sticks for building the house, or
yes,
poles.
For building the house. Omuanda, angana muanda we siseke kuti muanda we metri.
You use Muganda also?
Yes.
So,
omuhenzi kuti omuanda kuti omuhenzi owe NRM yamahiro ko bwimbe bwe Uganda.
Omuhenzi.
Omuhenzi.
Omuhenzi. Okay. Now NRM has put 7 Muganda.
Ati NRM yamabirehe mehenzi musanjo okobuhimbe bwe lihanga leno.
The first one is peace.
Echo kubanza bwobuholo.
Obukubanza.
Echo kubanza obuholo.
Obukubanza.
Obuholo checho kubanza.
You the people of Kasese are the best witnesses for peace.
Itwe abanyakasese tuli bakayisu okwa obuholo obwamabiri asomihanga mahana.
Because you know what peace, you know what peace means.
Munasi chobuholo bukamanyisa ya.
Is your phone failing to upgrade to Airtel VoLTE? Follow the steps below to update your phone software and enjoy uninterrupted streaming and high-definition calls. For Android users, open Settings, scroll down to System or About Phone, tap Software Update or System Update, tap Check for Updates. Below are the steps for iPhone. Open Settings, General, Software Update, wait a few seconds while the iPhone checks for available iOS updates. Then go to your phone.
Abo buholo nga chikamanyisa yachi.
Abarwenzori bebasomesya bobuhoro mu Afrika yose.
Wonderful. Aberwenzori itwe tuli basomesya abo buholo omu Afrika yose nga chikamanyisa yachi.
Abokano manya okutaba no businge kirukumanyisa.
Kundi munasindeke obuholo wa matende byaho bukatalibana ekya kikamanyisaya.
Now, this obuhoro,
Obuholo buno
we are able to maintain because of two things.
twamalekebwa byaho ahabwa ebindu bibiri.
Our politics of clear politics.
Epolitiki yetu kwitsi ebyepokopoko byetu ebirindeke.
Not poko poko. Ebyobulemi, translate ebyobulemi.
Ebyendema byetu ebirindeke ebyendema.
Ebyendema byesu biyonjo.
Ebyendema byetu nibiyonjo birindeke.
Tibine munzulo.
Sibiwite bitsibu, sibiwite mitsiro.
The Uganda had a problem of lack of peace
Uganda yabeyiwite ekitsibu ekyobuholo eribula.
because of bad politics.
Ahabwo bwembembeti obutuwene.
Politics of identity.
Obwembembeti obwerigabanizyamo.
Iwo ogunoha.
Oyunindi.
Umchikala kyo kaguza ogwa anagonza korachi.
Omwanya weribulya oyo anganakolachi.
Bakaguza ogunoha.
Itwa ibulya oyunindi.
Nomukonjo, nomutoro, nomunyankore, nomuganda, nomukatoliki, nomuprotestanti, nomusiramu.
Erigabanizyamo oyunindi, oyuni mukristayo, oyuni mukatoliki, oyuni musilamu, oyuni mukonzo, oyuni mutoro, oyuni munyangole. Erigabanizyamo.
That was the wrong question.
Ekyo kyekibulya ekitahikire.
And we were there. I'm very lucky to have been active for the last 65 years.
Awiti omuyisa eribya enyabinyaneho omwami yakangani tano yamaberehwa omwobwembembeti obo.
Mukerine obyaturukiro mu rukurato rwatoro kugenda mu kisaka nkabandoho nindora anti.
Ate byetu ahabanya wetu enu balomwalu kuratule toro bakahetuka abinyaneho inyanabiyese ebindu byanabiyesindeke.
Ababona government kuyabaremere nkabandoho nimbarora.
Ati abosi ebyebya bilemire eni akabasamalira inyaneho.
Abokuba ko gamba nti iwo ogunoha.
Kundibwa iweribwa otibo oyunende nolyanende eriyabanizyamo omwashanganda.
Okabura kukaguza ekikaguza ekikujja ogunagonza kukoraki.
Wokalemwe eribulya ekibulyo oyu akanze erikolachi.
Aboku iwe noserera ekyomugaso ekira kugasa.
Ewe utolerwa rondya ekyomuwaso ekikendi kuwaticha.
Orakikola wena ni musima.
Owosho yuwanga kolecho sekike kuwaticha neruwa sima.
Kandi Yesu nuko yasomese mu Bayibuli.
Nerisomesherya Yesu kolerereto mu Bayibuli.
Orufumu olwa Musamaliya omurungi.
Estore ngokutunase bihandikirwe okwo Musamaliya mubuya.
Umuseja akaba nagenda muhanda bamutera bamureka nabatekereza ngo afwire.
Omulumi abinyane muwendo mwanzira bamamuswirya bamamuleka ngo alenga makuwa amaberhola.
Hati bishop mfarisayo kabari bishop akabariki.
Nero hamaso mufarisayo ambomba nyabi ya bishop oyiwasa yokabukala.
Akija yamurabaho.
Amasama mulaba
Umunyadini wa amani yamurabaho.
Keni wedini kutsibu no wekisumbe amasama mulabako.
Umunyadini wa amani kandi oworuganda rwe.
Omunyadini owamani kandi owolwanda lwiwe amasama mulabako.
Yamurabaho yagenda tiyamukonyera.
Mulabako shetamuwaticha iyo maenda.
Akawara ulijo na omuntu mukuru mukasuma kunomweto omulevi.
Habe hanyo undi mulemi bakamwolamu omulevi omwabutuko obo.
Nawe yamurabaho.
Nayo amasa nayo amamulabako.
Heja omusamaliya owedine ndijo orugando rundi nuwe yamukonyeire.
Hamasa omusamaliya mubuya oweyindi dini niyo wabyasire niyo wabyamuwatikire kesi wolwanda lwiwe.
Aho Yesu yabakaguza tumbantu bana basatu nga oyayambira ono noha.
neho Yesu ababuliraya ati kwa bandu abasatu oyu wabya watikirie omundu olya nende.
Now, therefore,
10 years ago, it all began with one trade. Discipline became my edge. And today, I trade with confidence and consistency. 10 years of helping traders grow. FTMO.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
that's how we've been able, because of a strong national party, because of strong national institutions like the army, that's how we are able to maintain peace.
Ate ahabwe rihimbe chama namani kandi nerihimba mahe ndeke chechirekire itwaleta hobuholo.
Aba ADF bali o Congo.
Ate abe ADF abasenu bakatutalabanizya baniye Congo.
Bete Uganda nibagirangiza hare baranzya.
Ate Uganda bakalangerera ya hali nga isirieria.
Okuzayo na wafira muloge. Omuganda bwagamba nti wano wafira muloge. Ate
ukakwira buloge wama ilengesenia berenga ngebyo.
They stay there. They can't come. If they have tried to come, you know what has happened to them.
Ate babiri byeyo kunde bakaba kalengesheria asa bandashe chikaba byako.
So this is the contribution of NRM number 1.
Ate eryo niritafale eri NRM yamabiteko kwa Uganda eryo kubanza.
Second one is development.
Kumunabyes.
Kundukwija hano kagando hano munda yensozi nkasanga ya masanyarazi nsemererwa muno.
Ate mwaseno kagando kande mwatemire akalangira masanyarazi ini anamo hetukoro mwabetu.
Aboko iraga kabagatariyo.
Kundi hanyumaho enu yabisiri masanyarazi.
Tutwinewire kuberabo mbiona biri mufairo hano betu bingi muno ibikozirwe.
Ati awite binene ebyamabere kolwa anenabyo mwachande kuchiwe angabere nyakabisoma obutuku bulye mwikirira ya.
But the NRM from the 60s was very clear.
Ati NRM eromwa myaka yenga iyo bulengekania bwayo buterekerere.
We were clear that development is good for all of us.
Kundi erirengekania lyayo lyabinde engula kulana ni chibuya echitwebosi.
But at night, you don't sleep on the tarmac road.
Kundi omwachiro ibwasi tulikese ya kwanzera eyetwe yihalirendeke ye kolas.
You go back to your own house.
Kundi ukasuveka omwanyumbe yao.
And when you go back,
ukabukasuveka
the poverty you left in the morning,
obuna kobolye siyeko mwanja cha,
you find it waiting for you.
Ukasanga nibuna kulindire.
And it says, welcome back.
Kande wakutangirira butu wesinjeri subuleka.
We are still here.
Tuchina hano wesinjeri subuleka obuna kwabuka kutangirira.
There is no sugar in the house.
Siri sukali eko mwanyumba.
The clothes are not enough.
Esyanjimba sisiri unza.
The house is leaking.
Nyumba yekatoga.
And therefore, we told people that you must be clear that, yes, peace is there, development is there, but you must deal with the poverty in your home.
Neryo mutu abwera abandu tuti kwenene ebyengula kulana chihikire betu iwengo mundu na utolerwa kolokwa bunakwa obumwe nyumba yawo.
And that was our message. When we were still students in the 60s, 70s,
Ati oyobi wo mwati obabya bakahererya abandu omwami akayengaga ebachene na balere.
and when we came into the government,
Twabere twasoma government
we continued with that same message
twamende mbere n'omwati oyo
of wealth creation.
owerihiraho obugaga.
And in the manifesto
Omwakihandiko kyetu kye NRM
of 1996,
ekya 1996
This festive season, win with KCB Bank Chikapu. Shop at any of your favorite restaurants, markets, shops, or any other merchants across the country and pay using KCB Pay or your Visa card and stand to win branded merchandise and shopping vouchers weekly. You also stand to win if you pay all your utility bills or settle taxes using KCBU Mobi app. To make payments, download the KCBU Mobi app on Play Store or App Store or use KCB Pay by dialing *244*9# today. KCB Bank, for people, for better. Terms and conditions apply.
as model for people with smaller pieces of land.
kyekyaleka etwaleeta ekirengekanyo ekyahikini erikolesa esyahikini shandeke.
We said that if the land is already small, from 4 acres downwards, do the following.
Mutu abwatuti wamawiti eritaka like okwasyahikini wanganaba nebyerekola ebiringa bino.
Number 1,
Ekyokubanza
put an acre of coffee.
wohere omwani ehika nguma.
2, an acre of fruits.
Ekyakabere ehike yebiwuma.
3, pasture for cattle in the shed, for milk.
Ekyakasatu wanganasye ehika nguma eyesyande aha wangabukiha ekikopo kyamate ayirisirisirya.
Number 4, grow food for the homestead.
Ehike yakane wulime ebyalya bwebyawe byerirya omwenyumba.
In the backyard,
mwalubuwabuwa
you put poultry for eggs.
uhire hakanyumba akesyangoko nukuwawo nemutunga komaya
You put piggery.
wanganahiraho neshambunu.
Then those who are near the wetlands,
abali hakuikuhi nebisesa
at the edge of the wetland,
hakuikuhi nebiringa bisesa aho
do fish farming.
uhireho ekidibe kyamahere.
If you do this, you'll be very rich even when you are working in a small area.
wamakola ebyo ebyamatubwira ewokindi bya mugaga.
And those who have listened
Abo abamabiri owo kwomwati oyo
have done well.
bakabiyenderaku kwenene banemukola ndeke banendeke.
There is one good example of one of our younger ministers, Byamukama of Bunyoro.
Ate hali ekyo kyerireberyako nemuwoma newebunyorweyi.
My name is Fred Byamukama.
Siyoyo bamamwiraho.
I'm a member of Parliament of Bugangezi West Constituency,
I will
Kakuro
summarize.
District. We are now at our 4-acre demonstration farm. The land we have here is approximately 4 acres. This is a farm we started 2 years back here, 2.5 years back. And on this farm, we have a half acre of pineapple, has 6 cows for zero grazing. We have poultry, about 25,000 birds, but only 11,000 are giving us eggs. And we have 1 acre of grass. We have piggery, those are very many. And 1 acre of coffee mixed with banana. Where we are, this is the 4-acre model farm. I did this activity to teach my voters to lead by example so that my voters can learn what measure the president tells the public. This is an initiative I learned from the president sometime back when he sent me to learn to Kaumu, to Kisozi. I copied what I copied, this is what I came up with. And you will see as we move, or that side, this side. That's my 4-acre model farm. The house as well. I don't sleep here, but if I would sleep here, the house as well is seated on this 4-acre model farm. When you look at poultry, out of the 25,000 birds, it's only 11,000 giving me eggs. Others are soon giving me, and I get 302 trays per day minimally, because 11,000 birds are supposed to give me 366 trays. But because of the feeding method of deep litter, I don't get all the eggs. I get 302 trays per day minimally. Then I sell in a month, you can get a net profit of 55 million, because you get 108 million, but you can't get all that. You have to buy feeds, pay workers, pay electricity. You remain with 55 million net pay. When you get the cows per month.
Hati muriro wa kaiso wa byamukama.
Ati twamowa obwakaiso bwa byamukama okwa omwatsi owomusha kulwalya tubwerako.
We don't have time to listen to the whole message.
Ahabo obutuku amabwati berekerwayo babitomwa bikuyi.
But you have already seen how he planted coffee.
Ati twamalangira ngokumwahera omwakitweka kiwuma mumwani.
He planted fruits.
Amahere biwuma omwakindi kitweka.
He planted pasture for cows in the shed.
Amahere biti ebyebisoro ebyebekalya.
And he has got a lot of pigs.
Kandi nyanatungire.
Make payments to supermarkets, restaurants, hospitals, fuel stations, bars, duka, saluni, Rolex guy, and even your border guy anywhere in Uganda with Airtel Money Pay using the My Airtel app. Good.
So them.
Mwamukalangira nendemo mukanalangira neshango komo mukasilangira.
But the chibaro we can focus on is the one of the poultry for eggs.
Ati chivaro echatukole kwitse chakayahanda kwengondo chechivaro echeritungesha ngoko nukuwatungamaya.
An activity he does in the backyard of the home.
Aha. Ati echivaro echeritungesha ngoko ewatungamaya chikawatikaya.
Doesn't need a lot of land.
Sichiri isunza omwanya munene yehe.
He's told you that he's getting 302 trays per day.
Amatubwera ati akatunga eshakureti shamaya esilabiro kwa 320.
And he gets 108 million shillings per month.
Akatunga esha sente esilabiro kwa milioni 18 omwokwezi kumu.
But when he deducts costs, he remains with 55 million.
Echo twangana chikola kisuta kolesha nesha sente sinene kutsiweye.
55 million net per month.
Nerwa kabiri hako ebyali akolesa ya neruni asiyazya esha milioni sewe 58 omwokwezi kuuma.
If you multiply by 12, that's about 700 million shillings.
Omwamwa kamuuma nerwa kabini anawetesha sente esilabiro kwa sha milioni rusanju.
From eggs alone.
Amaya ni chindu echanganatuwa omwabunakwa.
Without adding the coffee, the milk, and the others.
Kandi shalie hira kwebende kwa sha sente shaki omwani omwabiwuma nomwabende ngokutulya langira halya.
There's a man from Karamoja.
Haneno wundi owe Karamoja.
Let's see that man of Karamoja.
Akatukangana yo wundi owe Karamoja.
Mr. Korea Dick Ogira. I am a model farmer in Abim district. My village here is called Arangetoy West. Arangetoy Parish, Abuk Town Council, Abim district in Karamoja. The mango trees you are seeing here were given to me by the President through Operation Wealth Creation. I received 200 mango seedlings, and I planted all, and they are all doing well. Apart from this venture, I got money from PDM last year. I got 880,000. And I used 800,000 for buying 10 goats. And the goats are there. They have multiplied. They are now 16. Part of the money of PDM I used for buying cassava stems. Through that money, I've managed to plant 2 acres of cassava. They are now doing well. The first acre, I intend to harvest next year in January. Then for the mangoes, you are seeing, I started harvesting last year in 2023. The first harvest, I got 6 million. That was in June. Then second harvest in November, I got another 6 million. So last year, from these mangoes, I got 12 million shillings. I've been selling to the people around. Actually, Soroti Fruit Factory has booked this mango. They want me to take these mangoes tomorrow, 2025, to the factory. Actually, I've been selling locally. I've been selling 1 at 500 shillings, 2, 1,000. And people are buying. These mangoes are very good. The mangoes trees we are seeing here are giving me money, a lot of money. And I want to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Kaguta Museveni, for coming up with the idea of Operation Wealth Creation in the country. This is money. I am not going to suffer. My children will not suffer because of this wealth. I call it wealth now. I always harvest, I don't harvest mango, I harvest money, not mangoes. So I want to thank our President so much. And next year, if all goes well, I expect to get 18 million first harvest. And then second harvest, I also expect to get 18 million next year, 2025. So altogether, I expect to get
Fair and white. Get glowing.
And one thing about dairy, yeah, when you just know what you're doing, all right, trust me, you're good to go, all right? Less manipulation, simple and straightforward.
How much? No tarmac roads. The electricity is there now at least. But other things are not as good as here. But he has got wealth now. From one of the 7 activities we recommended in 1996, so when I look in the file here, the government has been giving you free materials to do exactly like he did. We gave him 200 trees of mangoes, and he's very rich because of those. But here in the file, Kasese got 17 million seedlings of coffee. Very good. Now mangoes, like the ones of the Karamajong, 777,000.
emitwalo sanju na musanju embutu eyemiyembe.
Emitwalo nsanju na musanju.
Emitwalo sanju na musanju.
The citrus, oranges, 400,000.
Emitsungwe emitwalo makumyane embutu.
Apples, 639,000.
Esha apple emiti mitwalo mukaga na kenda. Mitwalo ngaga na kenda.
And apples are much richer than even mangoes.
Kandi ibwesha apple esho sikaleta obugaga kukerana miyembe.
So therefore, it is very important for people to really wake up and know how to get out of poverty.
Ate nichikulu erelangerende tukabuka tulo mwabunakwa.
The NRM, what the NRM has been telling you is not a story. It is correct. If you do it, you will get out of poverty.
Ebye NRM yekatubwera sibyeriteberezie yese sitore ebyabulikiro bino wamabenderako itukilo mwabunakwa.
Here in Kasese, we need to add irrigation.
Kasese eno tutolere tongerako irrigation ngokutuna byasi.
And in all other parts of the country.
Nokumabende betsweka ebyerihanga leno.
I can show you the example of irrigation.
Ati akatukangada yechereleberyako irrigation kwitse area no mwabutukongo mwese area mwabutuko bosi erikolisha amazi.
This is where our model plantation is. Plantation which you've had, we've already gone beyond 50 tons of yield per hectare per year. Matoke is very important part is water, but especially in the dry season. So here we are using irrigation, drip irrigation, as you can really see, using water, especially in the dry season. Drip irrigation, the advantage with it is that it sends water where it is required. PBD does not depend on national water. We make our own water, which we pump every day. 90% of the water is used for irrigation, and the other 10% is processed for use in pilot plant and estate residential areas. This farm, as per NEMA allows us to use a third of the water flow. But in the dry season, we even just use 12% of the water flow. So there is still enough water which we can pump. We've already finished the feasibility study to distribute the same irrigation water to the farmers, mainly along the water pipeline. So the structures you are seeing here are mainly to do primary filtration of the water. You have seen the color of the water through that aeration. It's our water in the western region is full of iron. So we always reduce the iron content by passing it through the air. Each of these pumps 4 cubic meters.
In 2025, we achieved historical milestones from the launch of Africa's first spa millet service to the rollout of over 200 new sites, expansion of 5G to key towns, and connecting 223 public schools to digital learning. Thank you for your trust and belief in Airtel Uganda. In this season of gratitude, I extend special thanks to you, our customers, and our partners. Your loyalty propels us to do more and better. I wish you and your families a joyous Christmas and a Happy New Year filled with prosperity and good health. Thank you.
Plantation.
Nichereberyako eche government echiri bushenyi echeregerako.
We irrigate there.
Eyo tukanyuisa ya tukakolesa ya maetse.
And we use fertilizers.
Kandi twakolesya ne
Orwezo, ekijimusa.
itwakolesya ebikakulakulaya ebyalya omuboga itwakolesya omuboga erikulakulania ebyalya luba
Because of that,
ahabwekyo
we harvest 53 tons per hectare.
neryo tukagesa esyatani 50 omwa buli hika.
The nearby Banyankole
banyoni betu abakwikuhya Banyangole
harvest only 5 tons.
bawite estore yabo eyesya tani 5.
So I harvest 10 times more than those Banyankole there.
iyo akahuluka ya venene emirundi 5 kukira Abanyangole balya.
Emirundi 10.
emirundi 10 kukira Abanyangole bali bye bakahuluka ya.
Ugo musajja nategeeza nti kumanya lukonjo. Ugo musajja nategeeza nti kumanya lukonjo. Lukonjo ni ruhura mbaza Lunyankole mu ndimi yanyu.
Ati aka Olunyangole n'Olukonzo Olukonzo akalowandeke.
And you use some of the old words which people don't use so much now.
Ati ebinywa bikulu abandu ebiro bino sebakibikenga. Obuholo.
That's old Lunyankole.
Ati olo nelulimi lw'Olunyangole lwakera obuholo.
But it's real Lunyankole.
Ati olo ni Lunyangole lwenyine.
So this is what we are going to add on.
Ati ekyo nikyo tukayongerako.
Now this is the third tafari NRM has put on Uganda.
Ati eryo ni tafari erya kasatu NRM yamabirihiro kwa Uganda. Oyo ne muhinzi owa kasatu owa NRM yamahiro kwa Uganda.
The Uganda is richer now. We've got a lot of production, more than before.
Ati Uganda nenyigaga kutsibu kukira enyumango kuyabya.
As a country.
Iyo ngeri hangeri yose retwalira hawumu.
More coffee.
Omwani aberekanya.
More bananas.
Amatoke aberekanya.
More cows.
Eshande shaberekanya.
More maize.
Ate bikusa byaberekanya.
More sugar.
Esukali yaberekanya.
Everything is more.
Obuli kindu ekyo si kyaberekanya.
But the problem is that there are some of our people who are still outside.
Ati ekitsibu kirende abandi abokuitwe bakinie yihya.
And this is what we are struggling with.
Ekyo nikyo tuleko erelangera tutitobo si tuendera hauma.
But the tafari has been put and Uganda is much richer now.
Omuhinzi oyo NRM yabirihira woho Uganda hatya nenyigaga kukira enyuma ngokuyabya.
Now the fourth tafari
omuhinzi owakane
is jobs.
Yemibiri.
Now these governments in Africa, when you see them collapsing,
ate esya government esyetu shomu Africa esende esya ukalangera sikatera,
even other parts of the world,
no mwabende bitweke byekyuwo kino,
they are not able to answer the questions.
Hani ebibulye bekabalemera subamu.
Because you have heard the questions we have been asking since we started here.
Mwama biryowe ebibulye betule tukayibulya itwerilwa hatwasera.
How do you get peace?
Ukatunga uti obuholo.
If you bring sectarianism, you will never get peace.
Wamatendikolesya magezi esuwe shatunga obuholo.
Now, we are now answering the question of how do you get wealth?
Hatya tulya kwisuba omwakibulyo obugaga tukabutunga tuti.
Now we have gone from there to how do you get jobs?
Neritoma endo kwa chende ibwe emibiri tutunge ya tuti.
Some people say government.
Abandu banene abandi bakabwambwe government yetule yetu emibiri.
That's a wrong answer.
Ekyo sikihikire risisubamu erihikire.
And if you take that, you will be lost.
Wamatwala ekyo uti government yetule yetu emibiri nerukabu wamatala.
And the country will collapse. where the majority of the jobs are government jobs.
neribwa kandi sichihikire eritunga erihanga aha bandu abanene bamanire okwo mibiri ye government.
Because government mainly consumes money.
Government kukera munu iyo yikali esya sente.
Administration.
Omwe byendema.
But we want work which produces wealth.
Ati sitwangakola tukabya abagaga.
Let me show you where productive jobs are.
Akatukangana ya ali emibiri eyatwangakola yikatuomwa bunakwa.
Let's see Basangwa of Kamuli.
Hali eyakatukangana ya owe Kamuli.
Nze Basangwa Johnson, Managing Director wa Jeka Poultry Farm. Jeka Poultry Farm eyaganibwa Bukwenge, Kamuli Municipality, Kamuli District. Mu 2007 twatandika obulunzi nga tutandikira mu Kamuli Town Council by then mu plot yali 50 feet by 100 feet. Ezo futi 5 ku 10 eda itaka. Tutandika tutya twali nga tulina ebyobufuzi wano mu Kamuli nga waliwo ensonga nga chairman wero C5 omugenzi Kawuga bamwidukira Katonda mu ekyumulo eky'emirembe nga bamutwoyiremu abantu bangi abatamu application nga bali kwenda okufuuka ba chairman ba 5. Ayi president yaida yatulungamya yakuba ati bana abantu mwena temusobola kuba ba chairman ba 5 aye abantu mujje mukola emirimu egindi ng'okulunda yayogera kulunda embidi okulunda enkoko byona yabyogerako. Nze napikinga mu ekyokulunda enkoko n'atandika farm mu 2007 n'enkoko 5. Sawa dino wendogerera ku farm kuno tize mabega ntambwire. President yaida yankyalira mu 2010 nga nina enkoko 5,000 yasanuka ino. Sawa dino tutambwire tulina enkoko 1,000 tufulumya amagi etule 2,000 buli lunaku. Etule 2,000 divaamu milioni 2 buli lunaku. Omwezi diba milioni 6. Omwaka ebikumi 3 betukozesa wano kufamu tuwezaawo 10.
Now, Basangwa has helped us to answer 2 questions.
Ati amatuwa ticha erisuba mu mbibuli obebere yakasangwa.
The first question was, where does wealth come from?
Ekibuli ekyo kubanza obugaga bukalwa hayi.
And he has answered that he took one of the 7 which we proposed in 97.
Ati yomwakola kiwuma okwa ebyaba omwabutuku bulya makolire kwa choma kwa bendo musanju.
He took only the poultry for eggs.
Mwatwere eche shangoko eshamaya.
And he was a poor boy.
Kandi abishawute sente inimoju shawute sente ye.
He had only a plot in Kamuli town.
Abyawute poroti njinsa omwatauni ye Kamuli
of 50 feet by
50 kwa chikome.
That's all the property he had.
Echo nicho byawite kuchisa.
But from the eggs,
beterilo mwamaya
is now selling 2,000 trays of eggs per day.
Hatia kaula ye esyakureti shamaya esilabiro kwa 2,000 obulichiro.
And he's getting 20 million shillings per day.
Akatungesha milioni 20 obulichiro.
600 million in a year.
Esya milioni rokaga omwaka.
No, 600 million in a month.
Milioni rokaga omwokwezi kuma.
7.2 billion in a year.
Esya milioni rosanju
a
B. Esya bilioni musanju ne milioni bekome bebere omwaka mumu.
So he's a very rich man now.
Hatiane mulume muda mugaga.
And he tells you that when I went there in 2007,
Omwabutu komusha kuloga ndayo
2007,
ngumi biri no musanju.
they were fighting for the job of LC5.
Abia naini akaronda ya ateba mukome okwacha LC5.
And I said, you people, you can't all be LC5 chairperson.
Neroma bahabula tinyebo sisi mwangabya ba chairman LC5.
Why don't you do other things?
Habwa chimotakole bende.
And for him, I told them what I'm telling you, what I've been telling everybody all these years.
Neri mwamu wera ebya matubwire ebikene byolu nyane mutubwire nyane mubwiro bule mundu mwihanga muno.
For him, he chose eggs.
Iyo neri mwatuamu ati akekolesha ngoko eshamaya.
You see how rich he is now.
Musa malere obuuda obwale.
But his wealth
beto obuuda bwiwe
has created 300 jobs for other Ugandans.
Obuuda bwiwe bwamabiri emibiri y'abandi bandu bekome besatu abanya-Uganda.
So Basanga, who was not employed himself,
iyo yakasangwa yowabisha wite mubiri,
is now employed,
aberefunga omubiri,
but he's also employing another 300.
Kenayo abereha abandi b'emibiri abalengerene bekome besatu.
Now that is commercial agriculture on a smaller scale, how it can create wealth and jobs.
Obo bw'obulime obukatuleteresha sente kene bulime buke Musa malere ng'okubukatuha obugaga omundu niagage niatunge sente.
Create wealth and jobs.
Ewatunga obugaga keweiraho n'emibiri abandu batunga emibiri.
Let's see manufacturing now.
Tutasaleba yowonde owebyerihulucha.
Now, that big town you see
etauni eyamulangiryeyo
is a new town.
Ni tauni mbyaka.
Near Mbale.
Hakuikuhina Mbale.
It is a town of factories only.
Ni tauni esha factories sasa.
It has got 75 factories.
Yiwite sha factories anjuni tanu.
But if you go, let's go inside one of them.
Tutasamalera tutengero mwangu mayayo tusamalira mwekati.
Very good. So you can see how many young people
wanganalangire munalangire abana balere eminyetu abalemo bakakoleramu
that are employed there.
Eminyetu eyamabitungira mu mibiri.
So that is another source of jobs, manufacturing.
Ebyo byerihulucha nayo ningeri ngoma eyikatuletere emibiri.
So I'm glad you are now demanding from me an industrial park for Kasese.
Amatema ati tukamusaba tutie Kasese batukolere likolero lyangatuha ebibiri abana betu twangatunga emibiri.
You are now talking real economics now.
Ate hati amole kubua olulimi lwiwe lonyine nyine olwesha sente iyo lwakatuha bulamu.
And you are now confirming what we told you many years ago.
Kandibwa mtu amahika okwecho kyonyine nyine ebyal byakatubwira emyaka y'amabere laba.
Because you remember you the Bukonzo.
Kundibwinywe Bakonzo.
And the Basongora.
Na Basongora.
And the Banyabindi.
Na Banyabende.
And even the Banyankole on the other side.
Na Banyangole elutambieria.
You said we want to go into the park here.
Mubwa bate epaka yino ye hano.
What is the park for?
Epaka anu yikakola hachi.
Let's go and grow sweet potatoes there.
Tuende tuyalemere yibitakuli ebirebwa.
Tulime ebiribwa.
Tulime ebiribwa.
Then I said, you people,
amabwati bwinywe batavi.
If you want your country to survive,
mwamanzeri hanga rebyeho.
You must plan.
Tuplaninge twire mwamenge.
Where you grow ebiribwa.
Ahere biribwa.
But also where you do like tourism, which is another form of wealth.
Naha akebya byoburambure kenayo ningeri ngume yeretungiramu obugaga.
It is in the sector of services.
Yeryo omwachitweka eche byobuherezya.
Obuherezya.
obuherezia.
So the park is not like me, Museveni, who has got milk and I sell you milk and you drink it.
Epake yo siyiringi yo ngokwa uteshandesiwe akakuhasho ukasikama.
But they help people in another way.
Yewite ngokuika watika yabandu.
People come ukushamarira, enyamaishwa ukushamarira. Just
Abandu bakasi bakolesha meswe basamalira.
And he pays for the kushamarira.
Neri basasura habwere samalira tu.
Omuzungu eja shamara.
Omusungwini asini asamalira.
Tumuragarisi sente.
Neri twamusaba kasente bale twesende wamabere samalira.
Okumuragarisi. Okumuragarisi to make him drop money.
Neresha sendi sikale sene mutrowe sene mwasa konde bakase basamalira nero batwa kasente eketuka trowe.
Where he slept he pays.
Ukakesa ya inyatuha.
The food he eats he pays.
Ebyali alya nabi inyatuha.
The taxi rides in he pays.
Ne motoke yamendamu na inyatuha.
The water he uses, the electricity he uses, he pays.
Ameta wali akolesa ya masenyereze wali akolesa ya na unyatuha.
If he came with $10,000,
amasane sha dollars we mutwalo.
By the time he goes back, we have make twamaragarisi Canaan.
Akabya kasubayo etwamabere muhako esika ikanga Kanani twamabiri muhashoko omwebya kenda katuha.
And tourism
ebye buramburi ebyo
has been earning more than coffee most of this time.
Bilwe bikatwingirirya kutsibu kukirana omwani omwabutuku bunene bwa malaba.
Even globally, tourism
kandi bwana omwachiwe chosi ebyo burambure
is bigger than all the coffee business.
Nibinene kutsibu erisinga ebyo mwani eringiri eryo mwani eryosi womalira haumerera.
Therefore, the future of Kasese in my head when I'm planning.
Erelangira engula kulana kandi Kasese nga eyatukanza nga iriyite iyongo kwa kachisamalera.
The wealth,
obugaga,
and the jobs
nemibiri
are from 3 sectors.
Nebendove kulukutsevu.
Number 1, commercial agriculture.
Erelima erekende tuletera obugaga.
Okulima nokulisa.
Erelima nerilisha nokubyanga tuletera obugaga.
That's one form of wealth.
Ekyo ni kiwuma okwachike tuletera obugaga.
Tourism, especially services, especially tourism.
Ebyo buherezya kukera mono ebyo burambule.
Wildlife and
ebyo bisoro byetu byo mwapaka
and mountaineering.
No mwabetu erehetuka bakasambe betwa.
Then the third one,
ekyakasatu,
manufacturing.
Ebyo eriwulucha.
So this is the fourth safari.
Yone muhinzi wakani.
But when we apply it to Kasese, those are the main points.
Kandibu atukatuka chisamalera ahabwe akwa Kasese eno ebyo bye bikulu kutsibu.
Now finally emyoga.
Echeri unzererayo ebyo emyoga.
In order to do all this,
tutokeshere kole byose bino.
You need to have omwoga.
Obule mundu utolere watunga omwoga wawu.
Omwoga is an old Nyankole word which I brought out and I gave it to Uganda and I said it means specialization of life.
Ati ni chinywe cholunyangole chakera echachireta machiretera ba Uganda echikamanyisa ya chitu utolere wabane chao kakola omwa Uganda mono mubumezi bwawo.
Okuhesha,
erehesa,
okubeija,
erebatsa,
okunogora, ceramics, ibumba, okunogora.
Erebumba.
These were all emyoga.
Eyo ni myoga.
And I've started, introduced the issue of emyoga in the whole of Uganda.
Neryo omwabutuko bwa hanyuma bwa malaba mwaka nachireta omwa Uganda yosi.
I have got a school here for those emyoga for skilling up. I don't know whether those children are here.
Kasese aberelete sukuru eyikagesa ya ebyebyala ebyemyoge ebyo atya kabula ya ngahane abauma kwa bamabirisomero mu sukuru eyo eyeto ya president eyire Kasese.
Are those children here?
Hano hani abokwibo. Hani abokwibo. Yes, there are some, Your Excellency. I can see some hands.
They are not organized.
Yes, they are not organized.
So therefore, with these are 4 bricks out of the 7. The matafa, these are 4 bricks out of the 7.
Ayone matafariane kwiti mihinzi ini okwa musanju. Government kwa Uganda.
And that's why we say, you people of Uganda, support NRM in these elections, so that we continue moving forward. Because what NRM is telling you is not stories, it is things that have been done and you can see them.
Ebyeniaremu yikabuga nebindu bilangirikire ke wangana belangira sibisubeyehe.
The day after in 2 days I want you to support the NRM.
Ebiro bibere bekayasa chiro chakane akasabate tukome NRM
so that we consolidate what we have done.
Nuko twangatsukumerera ebyatwamabere kola.
I have noted all the other issues you have mentioned. The road maintenance equipment, Kasese needs more road equipment and more money for the Maram roads.
Kasese yikayusunza ebyuma ebekale meshangoda neshasente risikanya esikashale meshangoda Kasese.
Because it is a big district.
Kundi district yetu nenene.
Pensions for the Rwenzururu people, I have noted it.
Akasimo akabanyarwenzururu betu ako abereka hambandeke akasimo kabo.
Settling Banyabindi, I have noted it.
Songe yabanyabindi nayo abera handekayo.
And the memorial coming to the Katebwa, those areas where we were fighting, as having something there. We had been there before, but we can come again.
Ate eyahikira ekatebwe ngokubalya chibuwa vice chairperson nacho abere chahandika akandi chasovola abere chahandika.
NRM oye.
NRM oye.
Omugurusu wenkofira oye.
Omushakulu wesepe oye.
Omushakulu wenkofira.
Omushakulu wesepe oye.
Kasese oye.
Kasese oye.
Uganda oye.
Uganda oye.
Africa oye.
Africa oye.
Mwasinja kutsibu.
Wasinja kutsevu, watu mwasinja kutsevu. Wasinja tata.
Abantu ba Bukonzo East, Kasese katwachire okuganira kwa president weitu nengaro nyingi munonga. Your Excellency, webale kunda Uganda yona obutaruha, webale okwejesa obutaruha, webale kwendeza tweno bugeyiga kandi okatushomesa turasima munonga. Obwahati, Your Excellency, naza kwanjurira abine bendera omuli Kasese kandi kambanze na Bukonzo East twine